Shalom, 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 Israel, brother Amos with the Watchman for Israel. Pray everybody's having a beautiful day through the Spirit. First and foremost, as we always do, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh Shai, to the brothers pushing this truth and strong sincerity, laboring on the highways and byways, making their body a living sacrifice, doing all they can for the hopeful elect and for the nation of Israel. I want to give y'all a strong shalom, and to the sisters holding down in the households, reverencing their husbands, being a teacher of good things unto the younger women and unto the children. I want to give y'all a strong shalom as well. And to the men and women forsaking this world and coming back to serving our God, Yahweh Shem Shah, in truth and sincerity, I want to compel y'all to be at the Church of Berea, to search the scriptures daily and diligently to see if the words that are spoken to you are true or not. Right? Let the words of Yahweh Shem Shah be true and every man a liar. If it's not, thus saith the Lord, cast it behind you and seek unto teachers who speak, thus saith the Lord, going precept upon precept, not filling their own belly, right? So this is a cold cut concerning saluting your brother, right? So it's a lot of can't miss can't miss miss what do I want to say? Discrepancies, camp beefs, camp arguments, your eye being evil towards your brother, and we're forgetting the fruits of the spirit, right? The fruits of the spirit have to be personified and shown in all that we do. Now, it's okay to have disagreements with your brother. It's okay not to see eye to eye with your brother, right? But we let that overtake exactly what being in this truth is truly about. And that's walking in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai, not the spirit of your teacher or the leader of your camp. We're supposed to be in the spirit of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Now, how he moved when he was dealing with Israel, how he moved when he was dealing with people who weren't seeing eye to eye with him, right? So this is Matthew chapter 5 and verse 6. Salaki, Galatians chapter 5 and verse 16. This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. For the lust For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh, and these are contrary the one to another, so that ye cannot do the things you would. Right? So if you walking in the flesh, you got animosity, you got anger, you got hatred, right? You don't look at Israel as how you're supposed to look at Israel. When you look at a brother or a sister in the truth, you're supposed to see the Lord in them. Now, I guarantee you 100 times out of 100 times, the way that some of these brothers be acting towards other brothers in the truth, they would never do that unto the Lord. That's how you fulfill the greatest commandment. Love your neighbor as yourself and love your God with all of your heart. That's how we're supposed to be moving in this truth. But a lot of people, they heart is made of stone instead of flesh, which can receive these commandments. Right? It's hard to understand when you have hatred in your heart. It's hard to understand these scriptures and how to walk in the spirit when you got malice, when you holding on to grudges, when you acting like you're above another person or can't. We're all fighting to get that penny. That's why it's important that we exercise the fruits of the spirit. That's why it's important that we salute our brethren when we see them. Not which camp you in, or I can't salute you. Or you roll with them, I can't salute you. No, you're supposed to greet every man, every saint, because we are the saints of the Lord. We're supposed to be greeting every saint. You should go out your way to show a brother love. That's how you truly know who Yahweh's disciples are. How you love your brother, right? This is verse 18. But if you be led of the Spirit, you're not under the law. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanliness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, heresies, envyings, murders, drunkenness, revilings, and such like, of the which I tell you before, as I told you also in time past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of God. So these things are going to be made manifest. You can hide it for so long that you hate your brother. You can hide it for so long that you got wrath and strife. You can hide it for so long, but eventually that spirit is gonna show. You're gonna be like, damn, I hate this dude. And you're not even gonna realize you said it. Because it wasn't you, it was the spirit. The spirit would make an intercession. Now your deepest and darkest feelings are coming out. And you don't even know why. You can't control it. Because you're not walking in the spirit. Now, when you walk in the spirit, you greeting another brother in this truth, it takes that spirit from 2 to 12 to 144 to 144,000. You'll be ecstatic when you run into brothers in this truth. I know I am. I see a brother in the truth. I see some fringes. I see a beard. See a brother walking like a king. I'm excited because that's the Lord pouring out His Spirit upon all flesh, and we waking up by the thousands, by the millions. And I know that brothers' works is not going in vain when I see those brothers, so I get excited. And I love to salute brothers in the truth. I love to see families in the truth. Brothers leading their wives and their children in righteousness. Stuff like that should bring you joy when you're walking in the spirit, right? And this is what we're talking about. Galatians 5 and 22. But the fruits of the spirit is joy. It's like it's love, joy, peace, long suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law. Because you're not gonna be breaking the commandments when you're walking in the spirit of the Lord. Now, yes, you're gonna fall short. Yes, you're gonna sin, but you're not gonna offend your brother or your sister when you're walking in that spirit. You're not gonna have people ready to put hands on you when you walk in that spirit. You're gonna gain more sheep being in the spirit with the fruits of the spirit than you are trying to catch fish on a fleshly level. if brothers and sisters have ears to hear, right? It's not about how many times you cast out the bait. It's about patience and gentleness, right? You don't want to scare the fish. But a lot of people are walking in the flesh, acting as though, you know, they're walking in the spirit. Now, there's nothing wrong if you're trying to get your spirit right and you have mishaps. That's why you have people around you to correct you, right? You can't be, in the words of the Fugees, a boy in Babylon trying to front like you down with Mount Zion. That's not going to happen, right? Let's go to First Corinthians or Second Corinthians, so like it. 2 Corinthians 13. We're going to go to verse 11. To show you that us saluting our brothers has been a custom in Israel since the beginning of time. Salaki. That's what we're supposed to do. That's how you show that you truly love the Lord, by saluting your brother with a strong salute. They used to make funny memes about, that brother with the strong salute. Yeah, pat you on your back and you go flying 10 feet. Right, but that's what we're supposed to do, man. Right, finally, 2 Corinthians 13 and 11. Finally, brother, farewell. Be perfect. Be of good comfort. Be of one mind, living in peace. And the God of love and peace shall be with you. Greet one another with a holy kiss. All the saints salute you. We're supposed to greet one another with a holy kiss. Now I know this brother's, I ain't kissing that brother. I ain't. No, brother, you don't got to put your lips on that brother's cheek. If you ever watch brothers in camps, they salute brothers Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Barakatah. They give each other the pound. They move in like a French kiss, but we do it with our shoulders. That's how you kiss every saint. That's how we supposed to move. Those are holy kisses that we do, right? You should never neglect it. This is something that's been going on since the beginning of time when our forefathers would see each other, right? Let's go to Romans chapter 16. All at the end. Romans chapter 16. Look, this whole thing is about saluting brothers. Right, I'm gonna go to verse 16. Salute one another with a holy kiss. The churches of Christ salute you. So the churches of Yahweh Shem Yahushai and Asia Minor were saluting one another. Send my love to this person. Give that brother a holy kiss from me. This is how we used to operate. This is how we used to move. And this is how we need to get back in a mind state and get rid of all this camp begging. This is a damn Bloods and Crips when it comes to certain camps. MS-13 versus Latin Kings. We got to wake up and understand that we have a common enemy. And if we're making enemies of one another, we're all going to lose. This is why saluting your brother is extremely important. This is Philippians 4 and verse 21. Salute every saint in Hamashiach Yahushua. The brethren which are with me greet you. So you have to salute every saint in Christ, in Hamashiach Yahushua. It's just, right? We all understand, some camps may call upon Jesus Christ, right? We understand that some camps may call upon his actual name. But if they walking in the commandments trying to get right, we gotta salute them. We gotta make sure that we're showing this love. Every saint in Hamashiach Yahushua you're supposed to salute. At unity camps, at Hebrew summits, at Hebrew gatherings, you're supposed to salute brothers. I don't care if he's 4'2", 7'5". You go and salute them. Sisters as well. I don't care if she got 5 babies on her. You go say, Shalom, sis. It's nice to meet you. Did you need help? This is the importance of saluting one another. This is the importance of clearing that emulation and that variance that we have. Once that variance is cleared away, just by a simple shalom, shalom, you never know how that can change your brother's life or how that can change your sister's life. The Lord had it just that moment for you to say shalom and shalom to them to give them that inspiration to continue to go harder. Because it's a shame. It's certain things to be ashamed of, right? Let's go to Sirach, chapter 41. I'm going to start at verse 17, right? Uh, yeah, we'll start at 17. These are things to be ashamed of in the sight of elders, in the sight of ancient men, in the sight of your family, in the sight of brothers. These are things to be ashamed of. We're going to start from 17 and read on down. Be ashamed of whoredom before father and mother, and of a lie before a prince and a mighty man. Or you should be ashamed to be a whore in front of your parents. You should be ashamed to be talking about all the women you run through being a whoremonger in front of your parents. Or a lie before a prince or a mighty man. You don't want to be in front of an elder and you getting caught up lying and you looking like a fool. Now your words don't mean nothing. Of an offense before a judge or a ruler, of iniquity before a congregation of people, of unjust dealings before thy partner and friend. You should be ashamed to look like a fool in front of the congregation. Get caught up in some folly, right? Now the congregation looking down on you. Or unjust dealings, right? Getting over on your brother because you want more money, right? You selling things at a gathering and you talking about, yeah, this worth $85, but you bought it for 10. Uh, and of theft in regarding of the place where thou sojournest. So if you at somebody's house, so if you at somebody's house and you stealing, you should be ashamed of that, right? And to lean with thine elbows upon the meat of the scourging to give thanks, and a silence before them that salute thee, and to silence of them before they salute thee. Shalaki. So like you're still on the plantation. But what was that? Verse 20. And of silence before them that salute thee, and to look upon a harlot. You should be ashamed to be silent upon somebody who salutes you. When somebody salutes you, you're supposed to speak back. It's a shame not to say nothing. Right? Let's go to Matthew chapter 5. Matthew chapter 5. Let's go to verse 30 or 43. Is that where I want to start? Yeah, start at verse 43. Right? Ye have heard it have been said that thou shalt love thy neighbor and hate thy enemy. But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you. And notice it's not talking about the so-called white man. Notice it's not talking about your neighborhood Elamite or your neighborhood Ishmaelite. This is talking about Israel. The people you're not seeing eye to eye with, the people who you got grudges with, you're supposed to pray for them and love them, right? That ye may be called the children of your Father which is in heaven, for he maketh his sun to rise on the evil and on the good, and sendeth rain on the just and unjust. For if ye love them which love you, what reward have ye then? So if you only show love unto them that love you, what's your reward? Like I'm with Watchmen for Israel. Now, if I only show love to Watchmen for Israel, what reward do I have? That I got brothers in the same camp, right? Salakia. Do not even the publicans the same? And as ye salute your brethren only, what do ye more than others? Do not even the publicans so? But be ye Salakia. Even the publicans so? Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect. So if you only saluting your brothers, what more to others? What else you gonna do? What more are you gonna gain from them? What about the others? Right? You don't understand the power that you being in the camp does to people. People know you just from being in the videos. Your name may ring bells. But if you only saluting your brother, what is that gaining you? You know worse than a publican. Right? You know they be striking hands, making deals behind closed doors, uh, doing all this, doing all that. Yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna tax the poor just so us three can stay rich. We're gonna get all the taxes. We know better than them if that's what we doing. Be in the spirit, right? Because 9 times out of 10, they don't mean you no harm. They don't want to see ill will done to you, right? They don't have no ill malice towards you. It's all generated in your mind, what you think, right? This is Luke chapter 9 and verse 49. And John answered and said, Master, we saw one casting out devils in thy name, and we forbade him because he followeth not with us. So we saw another camp on the corner preaching the gospel, and we was like, nah, y'all going off, y'all not with us, you're not part of this camp, you're not part of that camp, you can't be in the truth. And what the Lord say? Yahweh shall said unto him, forbid him not, for he that is not against us is for us. Brothers is not out here to be anti-camp because we're not in your camp. We out here to spread the gospel to the 12 tribes scattered abroad so we can get the hell out of here and finally know what rest is. So start saluting your brothers, start saluting Israel, and show love to one another. With that, shalom.